Hi Asha, how are you?
Hi sir, I am fine. How about you?
I'm good too. Thank you for asking. So can you tell us something about yourself?
Okay sir. My name is Asha Gite. I am from BIT. I did my MSc Computer Science in 2019 from Bham University, Aurangabad. Uh, After my education, I have joined as a in Telephonic Technology as a software quality analyst. Then I have total 3 years of experience as a manual testing and automation testing. Then relevant experience is a 1.5 years of experience manual testing and 1.5 years of experience as a automation testing. Then I have followed the agile methodology. I have worked as a functional testing, sanity testing, smoke testing, retesting, then regression testing. Then automation testing, I have worked with the Selenium, Maven, TestNG, GitHub. So these are we have to work on. Then coming to my project, I have worked with the cryptocurrency domain project. Then
Okay.
I have understanding the my roles and responsibilities to understanding the requirement, review those requirement. Then we have to creating the test plan and test cases and execute those test cases. Then we have to generate document the bug by using the bug tracking tool in Jira. Then I have to generate the report in a dashboard in highlighting the status of the testing. So these are my roles and responsibilities. Then coming to my strength as a software quality analyst is in my attention in detail. Then I'm quick learner and good team player. Then I am my ability to learn the communication and willingness to learn and adapt. And I am uh, thinking the critically and creatively. So this all about me, sir.
Okay, okay, great. Fine. So you have got experience in Selenium. So let us start with those
Yes.
questions first. Hmm, Okay.
Yes.
Now, I'm one of your team member, right, who is reporting to you. And I have got this HTML code. So is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the HTML website code that is available to me, right? And
Okay.
I have written this particular code, string message equal to driver dot find element. It's related to find element. You are aware about find element, right? So
Yes,
find
sir.
element by dot class name, I have used message stack error, right? This class name dot get text. I am trying to get the text. Now, whenever I am running this Selenium code, I am getting the runtime error in Selenium WebDriver. The error says unable to locate element, message stack error, warning, the server did not provide. So such kind of exception is coming, right? So how will you resolve this exception? What is the um, why this exception is coming? What is the reason behind it?
Uh, uh, Firstly, unable to locate element. Uh, Firstly, those element it is means it is not find accurately. So that time we have to add the weights, then implicit weight or like explicit weight. Then we have to add the implicit weight for the whole of the web page. Otherwise, we have to add the explicit weight to find the particular web element. So that time we have to locate those elements.
Okay, okay. So that is answer. Okay, see, this is because of the timing issue. So you were, telling in the right direction. It might happen that it is taking some time to load, or when the page is getting loaded, it is not present fully, right, on the DOM.
Yes.
So you should try WebDriver wait until this element could be present. Then in the interview, they might ask you to write the code also. So you will write WebDriver wait equal to new WebDriver wait driver comma 10. This is the object wait dot until expected conditions dot presence of element located, right? And then get text. Simple.
Yes.
Okay. Now, what is SVG element? How will you try to deal with a code which has SVG element? How will you capture
Yes, sir.
SVG elements? Yeah.
SVG element, I have not means aware about those
Okay.
SVG element.
No worries. So let me share my screen. I'll tell you what is SVG element, right? This question can be asked to you in a real-time interview. How to capture SVG element? That is one question. What is SVG? That is one more question. Okay, now SVG stands for scalable vector graphics. So if you have seen some applications or some websites, they have got diagrams like bar charts is there, pie charts is there, stock market related websites are there, other websites. So those have some of the pie charts, graphical and design diagrams, right? So SVG is actually used to render these elements, right? Now SVG cannot be captured by Selenium IDE, right? So what we have to do is we have to find out the XPath. And are you aware about Selectors Hub tool?
No, sir.
Okay, so
I'm not
Selectors Hub,
aware.
yeah. So Selectors Hub is a innovative tool that is found by Sanjay Kumar, right? And it is
Okay.
helpful in finding XPath, CSS of any element, even SVG element also, right? You can get all those XPaths, CSS available, within a quick turnaround of time, it will fetch you that particular elements. And it's a open source tool. It's a free tool. You don't need to pay anything, right? So Selectors Hub is the name of that tool, right? So this, for example, you can say local name equal to SVG, right? So
Yes.
yeah, so that's how you will come up and then you will try to automate them, right? Is it clear now? SVG elements.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between array and a collection?
Okay. Array is a it is a store the multiple data having the same data type, and array it is a fixed size and it is not growable. And array it is a declaration is a like suppose the syntax like int, then a variable it is a, then a square bracket opening closing bracket equals to uh, elements we have to add and semicolon. So those are the syntax of the array. Then it is second syntax is a array int, then variable a, opening closing square bracket equals to new of the int, and bracket we have to add the data size from those array. So those are array. Then a collection means it is storing and manipulating the single unit of the object, and it is a collections of the interface and array. Uh, Interfaces like a list, set, queue, priority queue, and then array like classes like array list, vector, then priority queue, hash set, linked hash set, then tree set. So those are the classes of the collections. And in Java, collections means it is a single unit of the object. And those collection means it is storing and manipulating the classes and the so classes and interfaces. So these are the collections and array.
Okay. See, the basic difference between two is arrays are fixed in size, right? That is,
Yes.
once you create an array, you cannot increase or you cannot decrease based on your requirement. But collections are, you can increase and decrease as per your requirement, right? You can increase or decrease the size. right? While arrays are fixed in size. This one difference is clear.
Yes.
Okay. Then in order to write in memory, arrays are not recommended to use, while collections, in order to write in memory, collections would be more useful, right? Then with respect
Yes.
to performance, arrays are more recommended to use compared to collections, right? So that is also important difference. So three differences, right? Then arrays can hold both object and primitive data type, right? So now it's related to data type, while collection can hold only object types. It cannot hold primitive data type, right? So collections can hold data types such as integer, long, short, etc.
Yes.
Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you have joined from laptop, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, this is an array, right? Of three
Yeah.
rows and three columns, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 4, 9. Now I need this particular output, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2, 4, 9. So can you write a Java program for the same?
Which Java programs?
Yeah, so which this is the input, three rows and three column, and this is the output,
Oh,
right? So can you share your screen? I'm giving you screen sharing rights. Yeah, just click on green button, share screen, and you can share your screen and you can start writing that program.
yes, sir. It is visible now.
Yes, it is.
Hello.
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Sir, which data? Which numbers?
Any number you can take. You can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These three.
Yes, sir. I have completed
Mhm.
my program.
Okay, so can you explain what will be
Firstly,
the output? Yeah. You can explain program first.
yeah. Firstly, we have to declare the array list.
Hmm.
Then we have to declare the integer type of those numbers. Then we have to add the reference of the array list A equals to, then creating the object of the array list, new array list. Then it is a bracket in integer. Then we have to adding the integer numbers like reference give a dot add, then 1 2 3 semicolon. Then we have to add the another number like 4 5 6, then 7 8 9. Then we have to retrieve those data. Then we have to adding the for loop, and bracket we have to add the integer b. It is, and we have to reference variable, it is a declare. Then colon a, those a we have to add. And then finally we have to print those object reference of the b. So these are we have to declare.
So you are actually adding all the arrays.
Yeah.
Okay. See, the question is about, I'm stopping your screen sharing. The question is about arranging the arrays. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
See, this is the array that you have got as an input, 3 rows and 3 columns. You need this particular kind of output, right? So what you will do is you will use deep to string. So there are multiple methods. Are you aware about to string and deep to string?
No, sir.
Not yet. Okay, so let me show you what is deep string and what is deep to string. See, uh, to string will work well for the single dimensional arrays, but it doesn't work for multi-dimensional arrays, right? So there is a method, there is a function available for to string, right? And then
Yes.
there is a deep to string also available, right? So if you will use deep to string as a method to print the 2D array, then it will come in the square brackets, just as I was showing it to you. So let me share my screen. Now, is it visible?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, is it visible?
Yeah, it's
So
visible.
what we are doing is we are creating an object of string here, right? Then this is fine, system not println, right? Then we are trying to print multi-dimensional array using toString, right? So arrays dot toString, and you will pass this mat, right? This
Yeah.
is this understood? I mean, are you able to get this?
Yes, sir. I am able.
Hmm?
Understand. Yeah.
Okay, just a second. Right, so this is about deep to string. Okay, now, okay, what are the different exceptions that you are aware in Java, that you know in Java?
Java.
Hmm.
Like index out of bound exception, then arithmetic exceptions, then no such element exceptions, iframe not present exception,
Hmm.
then window not found exceptions, then no such element exceptions, then steel element reference exceptions.
Hmm. So stale element ref. So these are selenium related exceptions that you are telling, right?
Yes.
Hmm. So I'm asking about the exceptions in Java. Which are the two types of exceptions in Java? Are you aware about checked exception and unchecked
Yeah,
exception, right? Hmm.
yeah. Check exception and uncheck exceptions.
Hmm.
Then those check exception, it is declared at that time of the program compilation, and those check exception, it is a subclass of the throwable class. It is a subclass of the exception class, and check exception, it is by using the throws keyword, and those throws keyword, it is a handle the multiple exceptions. The uncheck exception, it is a declaring by the at that time of the program execution, and uncheck exception, it is a subclass of the runtime exception, and those uncheck exception, it is a generated the exception by using the throw keyword, and those uncheck exception, it can be handled by using the try or catch block.
Okay. Okay. So as you are telling about try or catch block, so can we keep the statements after finally block if finally block is returning the control?
Finally block, it is a declaring after try or catch block,
Hmm.
or either it is exception, it is handle or not, so it can be declaring those finally block. It is either handle exception or not. It is
Hmm.
declaring after catch block.
Hmm. Okay. So see, in a real-time interview, if you get this question, can we keep the statements after finally block? If the finally block is returning the control, right? So what will be your answer is you will tell it will give you unreachable code error because you cannot keep the statement after finally block. The control itself is returning from the finally block, right? So compiler will not see the statements after it. That is why it shows unreachable code error. Okay. Now, does finally block get executed if either try or catch blocks are returning the control?
Um, yeah, after try or catch block, it is returning or it is declaring this finally block,
Oh,
or it is either exception is handled
mm,
or not, it is generated, or
okay.
it is declaring final block.
Correct. Correct. The answer is correct. It's yes. Okay. Now, let's say you had developed one automation script. It was running fine on Friday, but on Monday it is not running. So, what can be the possible reasons of the failure behind it?
Uh, it is maybe it is a like it is changing the dynamic element,
Mm,
and it is changed those element, then it is also it is refresh those element, so it can be those element it is changed, and after it is a uh, child dependent element, or it is also dynamic element, so this reason those changing those element.
okay. Then it might also happen that your browser might would have changed, would have got modified,
Yes,
right? That is also one of the possibility. Okay.
browser version change. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay. What is Maven?
Maven is the build automation tool, and it is an open source build tool, and it is contain the all kinds of dependencies, like suppose font of XML, it is one of the most dependencies. Then it is take care of the dependencies to build the documentation report. So these are the Maven.
So Maven is actually, dependency controller. You can put all the
Yes.
dependencies in pom.xml file as per your
Yes.
requirement, and then you can just inject or you can remove those dependencies if you remove those entries from the pom.xml file,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say there is a checkbox in a website, right, which says add to cart. Okay. Now you have to automate that particular website. You have to validate via automation. You have to create an automation script that would validate whether that checkbox is getting checked or not at the time of running, right? So what piece of code you will write? How will you develop that logic?
Okay. Those checkbox. Firstly, we have to find those particular element from those checkbox. Then after we using the methods like selected, each selected those method, and it is a return type. Uh, it is a return type. It is a string.
Hmm.
So that time we have to use those each selected methods, and we have to after declaring the if statement, and if statement, it is declaring the those checkbox is already checked or unchecked.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to declaring if else, and print those it is a it's selected, and else we have to declare the is not selected.
Correct, correct. Okay. Okay, Asha, I'm done with the interview. Do you have any questions for me?
Yes, sir. Give me the feedback from
Mhm.
me.
Okay. So, see, from Java perspective, your basics, your fundamentals are good. It's clear. Just revisit these concepts like finally, throw, right? And then these kind of questions can be asked to you as we had discussed now in the interview. Apart from that, in Selenium, learn how to find XPath for SVG elements, right? You can go through selectors of tutorials are there. You can just find out how to get the XPath of those particular thing, right? Then about arrays, you will have to practice those programs as we saw the input and output, right? So those
Yes.
things are expected from you in an interview. Rest all was looks good. Communication skills are good and
Okay,
presentation skills are good. So I don't think there is any issue,
okay, sir.
right?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you give the real-time interview, please share interview questions with us at rdautomationlearning@gmail.com. Right. Once you get selected, please share success story with us. Would be happy to cover your success story. Right.
Yeah, sir. Definitely. I will share.
Yeah. Thank you and wish you all the best for your career.
Thank you, sir.